Emma and Elliot were driving on an old wooded section of highway, no other houses to be seen. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, and the sky went dark in the torrential downpour. "We'd better stop," said Emma. Elliot nodded his head in agreement. He stepped on the brake, and suddenly the car started to slide on the slick pavement, plunged off the road and slid down a steep embankment to a sudden halt at the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Elliot quickly turned to check if Emma was all right. When she nodded, Elliot relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. Elliot says to Emma, "I'm going to see how bad it is," he told her, and went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure in the headlight, walking around the front of the car. A moment later, he jumped in beside her, soaking wet. "The car's not badly damaged, but we're wheel deep in mud," he said. "I'm going to have to go for help." Emma swallowed nervously. There would be no quick rescue here. He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow. Although Elliot hadn't said the name aloud, they both knew what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This was the place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in a jealous rage over an alleged affair. Supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Outside the car, Emma heard a shriek, a loud thump, and a strange gurgling noise. But she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, she shrank down into her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump. 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 It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by a bright light. An official-sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Elliot must have found a police officer. Emma unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. As her eyes adjusted to the bright light, she saw it. Hanging by his feet from the tree next to the car was the dead body of Elliot. His throat had been so deeply cut that his head was nearly decapitated. The wind had started to swing his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump. 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 Emma screamed and ran toward the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashlight. Standing there was the glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hands. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. "Playing around when my back was turned," the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. "You've been very naughty, I've been waiting for you." The last thing Emma saw was the glint of the axe blade in the eerie, incandescent light.